Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world. Now a few weeks ago I shared with you how I was making an album for my artist trading cards, and I finished it with just the binding and my pages. Although at the end of that last video I was having a bit of a problem with my binding, but as you can see I've actually sorted it out now. So what I just thought I would do is to just switch the camera on and share with you how I was going to finish it off. So the first thing I decided I needed was some corners to protect the edges, because this is just chipboard that's been covered in paper, and so I don't want it to get damaged. So I got some of these off of the internet. They're little corners, little metal corners, and all I do for putting these on is you just slip them on. Now for my chipboard, it's a weeny bit on the thick side, so I just get some pliers and I'm just going to gently ease up the opening. You can see I've already put some on, partly to work out how to do it, but partly I thought, well, you know, to sit and watch me put 8 on is a bit tedious. So we're just going to do a couple. So all I've done is pushed it on and pinched it together, and then just using a cloth, because I don't want to damage my corners, I'm just going to give them a bit of a squeeze just to make sure that they're it's firmly fixed. I think I'm probably good there. It's moved a tiny bit, but yeah, we can push that in. And so my last one, again, I'm just going to open it a little ways, just so I can get my card in there. There we go. And again, a little pinch. And I think that they're sort of listed as bookbinding corners or something like that, but I got quite a few. I think I got 100, and at the time I thought, ooh, 100, that's an awful lot. But when you think that there's going to be 8 on this, and if I make another one, which I need to do because I've got cards that I haven't got a home for just yet. Right, so there I've got my 4 corners, and I think they look really sort of neat and professional. Now I thought I'd just do a simple closure. All I've done is found the middle ring, and I've just got a length of ribbon, and I've just tied it, I've just sort of looped it and pulled the ribbon tails through there. And so I'm just going to have one go in one way and the other go in the other. And I'm going to catch this one down. So I'm going to get some double-sided sticky tape. And this is going to be real easy to make sure it's level, because it goes right over that particular piece in the pattern. Right, so just pop that. Well, that wasn't too smart. I think it's because it's full. I couldn't resist putting in my cards. I was just so thrilled at getting it done, and now they're sort of all falling out because I have I've been moving this around, but they won't do that once they're in the good, stood up. Okay, so let's just get that out, get that off there, and then I can just lay one of my ribbons, and I think I'll just leave the back one floating around, as it were. There, and then that's the one that I can tie the ribbon or the bow with. I think that's what I'm thinking. So there, we've got that bit done, and now we need some front piece. So I went through my stuff and I found this, and I thought that was really beautiful. And I also had some more of these pages that I used inside here, like that. So I thought, well, I could use the back behind to give it a little bit more sort of contrast, bringing in this colour. And then I had this pale blue, which I thought would go there. And that is going to give me a really strong, firm piece, because it needs to go over this piece of ribbon as well. And if it was just this, I think it wouldn't be strong enough. So I'm going to pull these bits together, and I'm going to put just a tiny little round on this one. Maybe I'll do it on the other one too. So maybe I'll do this just to take the sharp edges off. Come on, out you come. Right, so here we are. The bits are so tiny, they're too light to come out. Right, so I think this needs just a tiny little bit of ink, just to tone it down a bit, because it's a bit on the bright side, but it's a nice colour, and it will give a nice stiffness to my front piece. And I'm still trying to decide, and I'm going to have to decide shortly what I'm actually going to fix it with, but we'll see how that comes in a minute. So as I say, I am going to be making another one of these. I am just so thrilled with it. It does exactly what I hoped it would do. And basically it just didn't cost me anything. I think that's the thing that excites me, because I just use things that were in my stash. Right, so we're gonna just use some glue stick. I found that that glue stick helps, I don't know, it helps sort of stiffen things up a bit. And as I say, I'm a bit concerned about this front piece being too fragile. So I'm just going to run this glue. This is like a solvent-based glue. If you'd like to know what it is, you can just put a note, put a comment underneath, and then I'll share it with you if you're interested. So let's pop that there, and then we can just pop that down. I didn't trim this page up, it was actually exactly fitted, which was a bit of a plus. So we get some more glue stick. Now I ordered these glue sticks off the internet, and when they came I was a bit surprised. I thought, because it was like a box of 10, I thought that they would be like the smaller ones, you know, the ones that are slightly longer than, or slightly bigger than your finger. They came like this. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take me to use up 10 of those huge things, but I guess that's a lesson to learn. read the description. It's going to help you. Oh dear, but there we go. So I think that is a really lovely front to my journal. Oh yeah, I really like that. Now it's now down to whether or not I'm gonna stick it down with some double-sided tape, or whether I use some like foam tape. And I'm thinking I've got enough bulk that this isn't going to cause too much of a problem. So I think I'm just going to use some double-sided tape on that. And works better if you put it on that other side, Cindy. And let's see what we've got here. I'm not going to worry about having it too close to the edge of my piece here. I think as long as I've got it down, and then I'm going to put a piece up the middle just so it doesn't bow out at any point. Right, let's see how that's going to work. So I can take this piece off altogether. That's easy. And then I'm going to use this little technique where I'm just going to pull the edges up and fold that back to the outside. Like that. And then we make sure it's the right way up because it's got little birds. Oh, I just noticed it's got dragon on it. And a phoenix. I hadn't noticed that. But there we are. Right, so we're going to push that down. Move that. Move that. There we are. So that's all nicely pressed down. And let's see if we can, if I've got my, nope, can't see my bone folder. So we just use this card to make sure that everything is pressed firmly down. Right. Now my final bit, I thought it would be really cute if I use this to put like an artist trading card in. So I have cut some pieces and I'm going to make a little pocket just like the pockets I put inside here. Now, if you go back and watch that video, you'll know that this is a laminating pouch that I've run through the laminator to just, without anything in it, just to stick it down. And then I've just trimmed it and I've used some really fine double-sided tape. And I'm going to use this, make this little pocket on the front. I'm going to use the same technique as I just used. And I'm going to put it over this piece here. I'm just going to line it up like that. I probably, thinking about it, should have put some glue as well, some adhesive, liquid adhesive on there, but too late now. I'm going to really press it down nice and firmly, and then this last piece here. Right, there we go. So there's my cute little pocket. And now I'm going to put my cute little trading card. So I got some more of that pale blue. And I'm just going to do the corners again. And I've made this 3.5 by 2.5. Well, that's not strictly true. It's slightly under 3.5 by 2.5. Just a smidge, just the merest smudge. And we're going to just add a little, just take a bit of the raw edges off of here. And again, this is the same paper as I used inside. So I'm trying to keep consistent as much as I can. So let's just do some of that, and we'll put a little bit of this on there. There we go. Now, I did cut myself some little letters here. A, T, C. And I got a scrap of the paper that is from the same pack as my other paper, and I'm just going to make myself a tag, and I'm going to see if I like it first. I might not like it. Let's see. Oh, maybe it'll work. And it would, Cindy, if you lined everything up properly, it would look much better. Great, there we go. So let's take some of the rawness off here. Okay, so if I put this tag like here, and then I could always pull it out. So it's an ATC card about an ATC. Just line you up there. And then I think this will need to have just a little bit taken off of it, because it's a little bit too bright at the moment. So there, A. And I hadn't really thought about any bling, but I will probably just get a little bit of something to just decorate the front. And when I'll do that, and then I can take the picture and share it, because I think we're getting to the stage where this has gone on long enough. Right, where's my glue? There we go. So we'll put the T in first. I don't know as this is the most imaginative thing, but hey, it's what I came up with. Where's, oh, there's the C. It's on there. I was thinking, where's the C gone? There. Now then, let's put my pin back in the glue, because this will dry in the tube as quick as wink. And then, if everything has gone to plan, that will fit in. Oh, everything's gone to plan. It's snug, but then that means it won't fall out whenever I try to remove it or move my book. So there we go. Well, I'm really chuffed, thrilled with this. It's now sort of finished. I did think about putting in some little dividing tabs, but to be honest with you, I might move my cards around. I might, you know, reorganize them and stuff like that, and I don't want to be tied down with that. So I just get some snips and just pretty that edge up there and there, and I'm done. Well, if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would be most grateful if you would subscribe, make comments. I also want to thank you very much for taking the time to spend some time with me today, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye for now.